Hello everyone, welcome to today's session where we're going to look at the poem The Tyger by William Blake. This poem, The Tyger by this visionary English poet William Blake, was first published in his volume Songs of Experience. And this volume Songs of Experience was actually designed to complement his earlier collection Songs of Innocence. Later, these two books were published together under the merged title Songs of Innocence and of Experience, which shows the contrary state, innocence, and experience of the human soul. In other words, this collection, Songs of Innocence and of Experience, represents the two diverse perspectives of the human world. And if we see the structure of this poem, then this poem is composed in a very regular structure with neat proportions, as it is comprised of 6 stanzas. Each stanza is a quatrain. Quatrain is a stanza of 6 lines, and all the 6 quatrains of this poem are composed in rhymed couplets. So after this brief discussion about publication and the structure of the poem, let's begin the textual analysis. At the first glance, you can notice, I hope you have noticed, that this poem is entirely consisted of so many questions. The questions about the nature of God and creation. In a way, this poem can be described as an expression of marvel and wonder at Tyger, at the tiger and its ferociousness. Or in other words, this poem is an expression of marvel and wonder at the power of nature and God. So I'm reading the text now. Tyger, tiger burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? So with this first line, it is clear that here the speaker is directly addressing a tiger by imagining its burning bright, its bright flashes. Here bright flashes are also referring to its yellow-orange furs, which are blazing like, which seems to blaze like fire. So this tiger burning bright, and this tiger, this scary tiger, walks in the forest freely at the dark night, which adds to its mystery, which adds mystery to it. Tiger, tiger burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye? Now with this third line, the poet introduces the central question of this poem, that what kind of divine being have created your frame, have created your fearful symmetry? What immortal hand? Hand is for creation, eyes for sight, and immortal, what kind of divine being or immortal being have created your frame or thy fearful symmetry? Now with this symmetry we can take the sense that symmetry is usually we can take symmetry for a classical beauty or the artistic definition or very defining factor of the artistic beauty. Symmetry is for a defining factor of artistic beauty, and this symmetry is fearful, which adds a kind of sublimity in it. Sublimity in the sense it is a big, mysterious and powerful. So what kind of divine being have made your this image, this being tiger, who is big, powerful and mysterious and could frame? When we frame something, then that is that doesn't go outside the boundaries. The boundaries are very defining. It is very much very finely framed. So what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? So with this first stanza, the speaker has introduced his central question, that who have created this scary, this fearful, fearsome, ferocious creature like tiger. Next stanza, in what distant deeps or skies burned the fire of thine eyes? And in with these lines of second stanza, the poet or uh, the speaker's fascination with the tiger seems to increase as he is mesmerized by the fiery eyes of the tiger, because he feels or he thinks that this fire in the eyes of tiger have come from any distant land, from any distant heavenly body like hell or heaven. Deeps hell, skies heaven. In what distance? So here clearly the poet is asking the place where the tiger was created. In what distant deeps or skies burned the fire of thine eyes? That your fiery eyes, which see the fire in your eyes seems to have come from any distant land, possibly any heavenly body, any other worldliness is indicated here, deeps or skies. On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? So here there are two things. If we see at first this, you should pay attention to this pronoun he. Here this he is for the creator of the tiger. That who has dared to aspire such a ferocious being? This he, creator of the tiger, and that which tiger, which type of being? The tiger, who is big, mysterious and powerful. And he would be, here he is the creator, and the creator of such a being would be pretty big, powerful and mysterious. There is a certainty. So this is the indication towards the creator, that on what wings, on or what the hand. And here this word hand is repeated from the first stanza. What the hand, but along with this hand, now hand is for creation, wings are also added. Wings, this flying image on wings is added, which is a suggestion for any supernatural being, which is a supernatural suggestion. On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? So here the speaker is wondering that what kind of being could is, or what is the being, or what kind of the creator of this tiger, who is himself is so much ferocious and fierce in his appearance. What kind of hand that is, that has the dared to capture, to contain, to produce this kind of fierceness which we can see in the tiger. Next, and what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And this the inclusion of this word and in the very beginning of the third stanza indicates that the questioning by the speaker is continued. This shows the continuation of his questionings, and here he is contemplating over the physical characteristics of the creator of the tiger. As he is saying, shoulder art, shoulder means bodily strength, art is for skill. So here he is asking that what kind of bodily strength, efforts and skills have been included or must have gone into the creation of tiger. Could twist the sinews of thy heart. Here the speaker is wondering that how would be someone so strong enough? Is there be anyone who could be so strong enough to build the muscular body? Here sinews for muscular power, muscular body of the tiger. Thy, here he is addressing, thy is for thy is an address to tiger. He is posing questions to tiger, that what kind of who would be so strong enough to build your muscular power, muscular body, your muscles. And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? And here the same questions, hand or feet. And if you remember that in the first stanza we got eyes, hand and eyes, and in the second stanza we got hand, and then here again this is a reappearance of that creation of or the hand of the creator, that it is whose hand and feet, uh, who is so strong and who dared uh, enough, or who is so powerful, who has made the tiger's heart start beating, who has given the heartbeat to tiger's heart. And here this adjective dread is again indicating towards the fierceness, mysteriousness, bigness, and powerful uh, attitude or appearance of the tiger. And so along with it is referring to its creator too. The same characteristics can be referred to its creator too, that what dread hand, what dread feet, and when thy heart began to beat, what the hammer, what the chain, in what furnace was thy brain, what the anvil, what dread grasp, dare its deadly terrors clasp. So here this is again the furthering of the question over how the tiger was created. And by mentioning these tools, hammer, chain, furnace, anvil, which are very much related to blacksmith, the speaker here wants to show here the speaker is heightening the danger and energy involved in the creation of tiger. Because as the molding of metal, metal is also a very a task which demands a huge amount of toil in it. So in the similar way, the speaker is here pondering over the tools which must have been used by the creator, and here he is imagining that the tiger's brain is created, must have been created in the forge, in the furnace which is full of fire. So here the image of fire is again repeated. What the hammer, what the chain, in what furnace was thy brain, what the anvil, what dread grasp, dare its deadly terrors clasp. So here the speaker is wondering that what kind of terrifying being, or what terrifying being have this dare to clasp or to capture the ferociousness or the fearsome or of the tiger. What dread grasp, dare it's, who has this much dare, who has this much courage to have this terrific image or to create this terrific image of tiger. And here the inclusion of this exclamation mark is also indicating towards the impatience of the speaker in getting these uneasy answers, as he wants answers of these questions, that who has created the tiger, who is so ferocious, who is so full of violence, and he has the capacity of killing anybody, who is very embodiment of fear and danger and terror. When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears. Now these two lines, if on a literal level, if we take their meaning, then the speaker is talking about the time when the stars gave up their weapons and rained their tears from heaven. But if we take the meaning, if we take it in a referential, or if we take its references, then these two lines may refer to the episode when the episode of the casting down of angels after the rebellion of Satan against God's will. And these two lines are also a veiled reference to John Milton's Paradise Lost, which is his epic poem, where especially the episode in this epic poem when the episode of the demotion of the archangel Satan when he rebelled against God's will. So when the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Now here the speaker is pondering over the situation that after creating Tyger, after doing his job, when the job was done, then would it have happened that the Tyger, that after watching his accomplishment, after watching the accomplishment of creating Tyger, goat, or the creator, uh, might smile his work to see. So he's posing a question: did he smile his work to see? It may happen. Did he who made the lamb make thee? And here there is a simple question. Very, if we take the meaning simply, then we can say that here the speaker is simply asking the Tyger that is he the same creator who have made the gentle and joyful creature like lamb? Is he the same creator who would have created who is very ferocious and fierce and scary? And if we see this line according to the publication of the poems of by Blake, then this word lamb is a very much reference to Blake's poem The Lamb from Songs of Innocence. And the Tyger is often paired with this poem The Lamb, because in this poem The Lamb, the poet asks the same questions from lamb, that while praising his gentleness, his softness, his cuteness, while praising these characteristics of lamb, the poet asks the same questions, that who have made thee? Who is your wonderful creator? And in the similar way, here the poet is asking that the poet Blake is asking the question from Tyger, that is he the same creator who have made the innocent creature like lamb, who have made this innocent creature? Is it possible that the same creator can make someone like Tyger, who is the very embodiment of violence and who has the capacity for killing? So this is what the dilemma of the poet or the speaker, that how can it be possible, or how can the creator be so contradictory or diverse in his nature? How can he, why, and if he have created, it is his dignity and beauty of his creation, then how can then what is the reason behind creating these oppositional forces like good and evil, lamb and Tyger, innocence and experience? The next stanza: Tyger, Tyger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? Now this last stanza is echoing the first stanza as a refrain. But here in the last line, if you have noticed, then there is a slight change by the input of this word dare. Instead of, as in the first stanza, we were having could, and here there is there's a change. We have this word dare in it. So here it seems that the poet, in the league of first stanza, instead of questioning the capacity or ability of the creator, in this line the poet, the speaker, is challenging the courage of the creator or whoever tries to sustain, or whoever tries to create such sublime or such ferocious creature like Tyger. Dare frame thy fearful symmetry, who have created this big, powerful and mysterious creature, who is a very embodiment of terror and fierceness. So this was the poem The Tyger by William Blake. And on a final note, it can be stated that this poem is a uh, complex set of questions that have very uneasy answers. And the speaker of the poem also shows the ability to criticize the things, as he is the man who doesn't take the things as they are. He questions, wonders, ponders, and explores. And this poem also exhorts its readers to acknowledge the contradictory forces of the creation, such as lamb and the tiger, goodness and the evil, and innocence and experience, and so on. There are so many oppositional quantitative forces we can witness around us or surrounding us, and also not only to acknowledge them and to also to question their very existence. Along with it, if we see the stylistic devices employed in this poem, then these literary devices like alliteration, enjambment, and allusion have been deployed by Blake in this poem. And I encourage you to find those statements where these stylistic devices have been used by Blake. So that's all for today, and I look forward to see you in the next lecture. Thank you for now.